Okay, everyone, the last numerology report we're going to do today is on your girl, Tracy Chapman. And I'm doing this because I love her music, always have. I'm so happy to see her getting her flowers while she's alive, performing at the award show. So let's get into it. The information I have comes from Wikipedia, and it has her name as Tracy Chapman, no middle name, and her date of birth is March 30th, 1964, which means she is 69. She will be 60 years old this year. Go, Tracy. All right, so Tracy Chapman, another March baby. Yay! And guess what she has? She has the 3 in the March. She has the 3 in the 30th, which are two numbers for creativity. And she has the 1964 is her year, which is a 2 year. So together, the 3, 3, and 2 means her life path is 8. 8 is a number of power. 8 is a number of creativity. 8 is a number of success. 8 on the other side can also be dogmatic, pragmatic. 8 can be a person who takes control of things and don't really let go. So there's two different sides of it. She can walk in a higher vibration or the lower vibration. Her birthday is 30th, which is creativity. I told you most musicians, artists, actresses, things of those people who are in the public eye, politicians can even be in this, fall into that 3 because it is a creative number for those people. They're really good in that industry. So she has the 30 plus the 3 months. So she's doubly good. Let me get to her expression. Her expression number is 33. 33, 1 is a master number. And the way she expressed herself was masterful. I'm just going to say. She does have a karmic debt of 14.5. Karmic debt of 14.5 is a misuse of freedom, sometimes sexual freedom, sometimes misuse of, and this is in a previous life, this is not in her current life. And this means that when she comes here, she has to learn how to use her freedom appropriately, not abuse it. She could have been a leader in an industry in a previous life, and she did not use the fame that she received from that time appropriately, and she came here with that debt, which means she have to give a reparation for that in this lifetime. She also has a karmic lesson of number 6, which means this time around, this lifetime, she's going to learn about her deepest relationships, the people closest to her, family, friends, what she considers to be her friends and her family, and about creating things that last. That's a karmic lesson for her. Now, how she expresses herself in a creative way, the 33. Her heart's desire is number 1, independence, freedom. Her true heart's desire is to be able to be who she is. That's really what she wants. Her personality comes across as a 5, the 14-5. So she comes across as a leader. She comes across as a person who likes her freedom, who likes to travel, who likes to enjoy life, who likes to create. She comes across as that person who is able to make change, to effect change. So a person who might be into social activities and changing the way the world is. That's how people see her. Tracy was born with no challenges in the beginning part of her life, which is great, meaning her childhood, there was no real issues for her to deal with. But the challenges for her the rest of her life is, number 1, maintaining her independence. Number 1 can be lonely at times and deal with that loneliness and actually learn how to be okay with being by herself, right? That can be a challenge for her for the remaining of her life. At some point, of course, she can get over it. Her life path periods were the first part and the second part were 3s. And that was the time when she was creating a lot, right? Now her life path is into 2s, relationships and building relationships and having stable relationships and stable foundations in the relationships. Let's get into her numbers and her name. All right, what are we looking at? We are looking at 1s in her name, and we're looking at, that's it. That's the overarching, and then 7. Oh, so Tracy, of course, wanted to be that in that leadership position, wanting to be independent, but also sevens are secretive and private, and sevens like to have things to themselves and learn about themselves. So that's where she's at and who she is. This is a 5 creative year for her. February is a 7th month, which is a month of spiritual growth, a month of completion, a month of really knowing who you are and expressing that. Because so she's in that 5 year, so she's going to be able to express who she is and her way that she sees the universe and the world, right? So she's 59 going into 60 in March next month. Let's look at the energy that surrounds her. And the energy surrounds her is going to, so she's in a 4 energy cycle, and she's going to continue that foundation building. That's what 4s are. 4s are working hard. And then she's going to shift and go into freedom. Oh man, so Tracy might do a tour, start, might for when she's for her 60th birthday, you might see her go on tour and do some tours that actually get word out. She might be touring and I just don't know it, but that energy of travel is coming into her life. Okay, so let's get to her life path. She's seen as a leader. She's ambitious. She's organized. And, of course, life path of 8 is the infinite life path. Careers that are good for her normally, advisor, counselor, those things, politician. I told you, remember the 3s and that kind of stuff are good for her, those numbers. So the downside of her, if she doesn't have a positive attitude, she can be a negative Nancy. That's a trait that could be there. Could be a domineering person. Okay. As far as her expression, she's intelligent. I figured that about her. I figured she was intelligent. Because, I just thought that about her. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Right now, her maturity, she has the 5, which is a time for traveling, a time for freedom, a time for expressing herself. And she's looking good while she's doing it, because her skin was glowing. Okay? So that's what I have for Tracy Chapman. And I hope you guys enjoyed these reports. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.